Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we talk about the return of Jeff Andreezy to podcasting. We want to find out if his quest to is continuing, and perhaps he's the reason we are hearing about bourbon being on the ropes.
I didn't delete that. That goes with a different show. The second sentence.
It sounds like, Jeff's not been here, so maybe that's why bourbon is on the ropes.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think it could work.
It would work. That goes with the show where Lenny did the protest, and he isn't buying any.
This goes with Jeff as well.
Okay.
He's not been drinking. He's been.
Right.
And
if we don't,
yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
And if Becca doesn't catch it in a later show, I think you'll hear it being Jeff's fault again for bourbon being on the ropes.
True.
That's
true.
Saw that.
That's true. Because I usually that little sentence is one, so I'll just only erase the one sentence, so then it just gets messed up. So go ahead, Becca.
Well, I'm Miss Becca Sue. Please help me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, as well as our special guests, Jeff Andreezy, Katie Joyce, and Kathy Cool.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
This is why we get the awards, the Podcasting Excellence Awards, all the things that we get. So.
I'm going to say it every single show that you didn't leave it up.
Okay. It's just amazing how my brain doesn't even pick up the second sentence.
It's on 3 shows.
Oh, you picked it up on one of them? That's a win.
On everything, no matter what the topic, we're going to find out if the quest
if this is in fact the
continuing,
reason.
And perhaps he's the reason.
Bourbon is on the ropes.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
The he may change every time, but it'll be someone's fault.
So we're coming off a cool festival, and 4 out of 5 of us were there. So that was a neat thing, right? We did a little Hall of Fame.
Talking about absolutely.
Just return. This is not. Yeah, that's the second half of the thing. Our format is we do something called small talk. The first half that is.
I know, but he didn't return all the way.
What?
To the festival.
Oh yeah, he wasn't. Jeff doesn't come to that stuff. He's too good for us. So we'll see.
Isn't that a really long drive for him?
He flies all over. I see him in like New Hampshire for cigar shows. All these places. ABV Barrel Shop. Please, he doesn't go there.
Yeah, I know.
He's too good for that.
We fly once in a while.
Yeah.
What a warm welcome back, Jeff.
He came to one event, and then he got invited to Buffalo Trace. He goes to one event, meets someone. They are like, "Oh, he's a cool dude. We got to bring him on with us."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta make your mark, I guess.
I guess it was good for you hanging out with us. So, yes. Yeah. So it was a good time yesterday. We had about 120 people for that festival. So a very, very nice time, and it was good. It worked. That thing ran like a clock. I mean, it was just going well.
Yes, you did a fantastic job from at least what I could see on a participant in the way that you had it all organized.
Yeah.
I like the format.
Yeah, the format's good for that one. It's not too overly crowded. It's hard not to make them crowded when you're having a festival. But for that one, with only 3 people, 3 stations set up plus our table, 4 total tables in there. And it's pretty easy to navigate, and then to also include a Q&A. That was cool. And then this time we had the gallery set up where you could actually sit. We did some of that last year, but it was all while people were standing. You had to stand while we talked to Demetrius, who went in last year. So we've definitely landed on what the format should be. 3 people, first hour sampling, last half hour panel discussion. So we'll do that again moving forward. Katie, you said there's something you want to talk about. Nothing to do with this. What do you got going on?
Sure. I would like to know, what is either the genre or maybe a specific song that you gravitate to when you're alone and you just need something that gets you in a good mood?
Okay. Oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot, right?
That's hard.
I did not mean to give you such a difficult one. I apologize.
So a group that always picks me up because they're so goofy is Bowling for Soup.
That's a fantastic answer.
Those guys are. I just love the lyrics, and they just seem like they're having fun, and they can't help but smile.
Can't help but smile. Okay, that was good, Jeff. That was a nice one.
I always ask my Alexa. Can't say her name. She'll hear me say it.
She'll hear you say it and go crazy.
Play Mellow 70s Gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
That helps you out, huh? Okay.
Yeah, just kind of, it's like mellow 70s gold.
And it's a little different than yacht rock, isn't it?
It is. It's just mellow 70s gold.
Okay.
And it's nice to just have on in the house when you're cleaning and you're trying not to have the TV on so you don't stop cleaning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
70s gold. Rock out to that.
I like it.
For me, Katie, I just get stuck on a song and I will play that until my brain is right with it. That could be months of every time I get in the car. Right now, I'm playing a song called "It's Bad," by R.L. Burnside, a blues guy.
Yep.
And I'm stuck on that one, and I don't know why. My brain has to process it, and it takes I don't know. It's just on repeat. So when I'm driving to the shop, it's 2.5 versions, 2.5 of "It's Bad," songs, and then I'm there, and then on the way home, it's 2.5 more to get home. That's basically most of the driving I do. But if I'm going somewhere else, I'll drive. I've done it where I'm stuck on a song, and I've done the whole ride to Kentucky, 4 hours, on the same song. So I just
really,
and that's the kind of thing you can do on your own. But
right.
if you're in the car, with
it would annoy
else,
someone. Right?
It'd
be like a prisoner of war in there. Yeah,
yes,
that's actual torture.
It would be torture. But for me, it helps. It helps. I don't know why, but it helps. So yes, that's the song right now. So that one makes me happy because I just want to hear that. And a lot of them aren't perfect songs. I've noticed, they have. They're not set up the way a normal format is. Normal format is whatever, 4 lines, stanza, 4 lines. They're just different, and this one's definitely different. So.
Yes. Royce is stuck on "I Put a Spell on You." And,
okay.
Here comes the rooster.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I put a spell on you.
Yep. That one's
dun,
been
dun, dun.
And then Alice in Chains, the rooster.
Okay. Yeah, Royce gets stuck on songs too.
Oh,
for
yes,
sure.
he does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you got that from Steve.
Maybe he caught it from me. It was like an allergy.
He's had that, I think, probably forever, but it sucks when it's a song that's the worst. Like that one about the birds. Bird is the word.
Yeah.
Bird.
I've been on that song before.
That one was a pretty awful one.
That's an oldie.
Yeah, that was really awful. And then there's some Christmassy one that he was stuck on for a while too, and I was
I've been stuck on that one before the bird one, and sometimes I get stuck on the YouTube videos. So there's one version from an old TV show where the original guy did it, and then he died relatively young, and then another guy in the band does it. And there's one that's really cool. It looks like an Austin Powers set because they reproduced in the 60s, and I don't know, it was 10 years ago. But they have these girls dancing. I have to watch, I can watch that one nonstop. There's these 2 girls dancing, and the one's better than the other. Again, it's the mind thing. Why isn't the other one as good as the other one? And yeah. And then at the end of it, you're in love with the one that's really good with it, and the other one, you're like, not so much. Not so much. You can't dance right.
Sending in your critique notes in the YouTube comments.
Yeah. Have the girl number 2 work on her moves. So, yeah. All right. Kathy, how about you? Is there a song that makes you happy?
I like early Tina Turner.
Okay.
And the Bare Naked Ladies.
That's a great one.
I like the Bare Naked Ladies, too.
That was my very first concert I ever went to was the Bare Naked Ladies.
They're just so fun.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're so
your brain
happy.
stops ticking. That song I got stuck on, for sure.
I always feel confident that I could do 1 week as karaoke, and then
it goes too fast.
No,
it becomes a tongue twister.
It
Chickadee
is.
China, the Chinese chicken.
The
It just never.
the brain stops.
It never stops.
At some point, you're like, off the backswing. Like,
Right.
you can't.
I'm flying off the backswing. Yeah, that's a great song.
How's the lights on?
I hope the Smoky Man's in this one.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we should really do that for karaoke. We're really
Ding,
good at
I'm
it.
getting tantric.
Yeah.
As long as you get enough people who love the song in the crowd, they won't care that for most of it you're going,
Right. That's a complicated one. I can't imagine. I guess you just get in the zone. You just learn it, and then you just get in the zone.
That is one of the things I enjoy doing is finding a complicated lyrical song and then just listening to it on repeat in the car to try to learn a little bit, like one more word in the lyrics successfully each time I listen to it.
Right.
The bad thing though is then you're tempted to look at the lyrics in writing, and then that becomes a little dangerous.
Becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, so KK, what did you say? Did you say something here?
Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's how we got.
And early Tina Turner.
Oh yeah, so you're talking about like rolling with Ike Turner? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was some good stuff.
Good.
That was some good stuff. Yeah. Well, I like that. All right. Jeff, you asked the question. How about you?
I didn't, but I did answer as well.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck is
so
going on.
well.
Katie, you asked the question. How about the answer?
I usually gravitate towards punk pop songs. And I think it's become more of a thing because it's a genre that John doesn't necessarily care for. And so then if I'm alone listening, I enjoy it. Although the playlist I have says punk pop makes Katie drive bad because I have to be careful. I legitimately, the last time I got pulled over, I was listening to that playlist.
Okay.
But Scotty Doesn't Know is one I go back to very routinely.
Okay.
So by Lusher. So it's also, that was in the movie Euro Trip, if anyone has seen that. And then the most recent one, I have this song I've been playing on repeat called Pickle Rick.
Okay.
And it's like a mashup type song. And then at one point at the end, it quotes like a line from Rick and Morty. And it's like, I'm a pickle, Morty. I turned myself into I'm Pickle Rick. And then it goes this Pickle Rick thing. And it's ridiculous, but it is constantly, I'm like, that's the song. That's the song I need right now.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was watching Shark Tank, and there's a guy two young guys. They invented this themselves, and it's supposedly for adults that can't stop from scrolling. And you can set up on a website, the certain apps, and then you get this little card that you can push a button on it, and it'll turn that off. And the idea is you give it to someone, maybe your spouse, maybe a trusted coworker, maybe the boss requires it at work. Be like, okay, we're not getting on any of these websites, and I'll push it. But at the end of the day, I'll push the button and get back. I'm thinking about getting that for this, so my co-hosts can't scroll like Becca and McNew and Justine. The hosts are the scrollers. They're always just scrolling.
They're reading ahead, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But I feel like I should have that. And at the end of it, Becca should say, "Okay, Steve, you can go ahead and push the button, and turn my my social media back on now." I'll be like, "Okay,
social media.
Well, whatever it is, we're figured out. We'll sit down together. We'll work through this, figure it out, and then I'll control the button." Would that work out, Becca? Would that be good?
Yes, of course, Steve. Whatever you want.
I'm sure it would. On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Becca. Becca, what do you got there?
We're gonna do some Starlight Rye Whiskey.
Okay. Speaking of Starlight, did you hear that Andrew, our guy there, got promoted? He's like #1 in the company, unless your name's Huber.
Really? I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, like all the gift shop reports to him, all the things involving the whiskey, the barrels, and all that kind of, like everything goes through him now, which is wild.
Wow.
Which I can't even imagine doing that. It's bad like this time of the year, but imagine doing that in like October. All that shit reporting up to you. It's crazy. But yeah, good for him. He's a good guy. Good guy. All right, Becca has the lead. Katie's next. Katie, what do you got?
I have some of the trio.
Okay. Okay. Bit sloshy there.
But fair.
That was sloppy.
That'd be better than mine.
Sloppy Joe. Sloppy
We're not
Joe.
gonna. We'll have to ding you an assessment there for the slosh, but we'll say it's still good enough. You've got the lead. Jeff's next.
All right, to have another of my favorite brands, I've got some Hidden Barn. This is the cherry picker.
Okay. Okay, that's our new leader.
That was good.
Clean. That was clean. Kathy, you're next.
I'm going to open up another of Jeff's favorites, a Neely.
Okay, not as good as Jeff's. I've got another of Jeff's favorites, Hidden Barn. This is, oh my God, it's Amy. Oh my God, it's Amy. There we go. Maybe on this side. There we go. Oh my God, it's Amy. All right, here we go. This is new crack, fresh crack. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if Amy knows I have this, so she's probably not going to like hearing the show. Here we go. Oh,
Pretty good.
Nice.
Why would she not want you to have the bottle?
because she controls her own whiskey. She has a new whiskey collection, and here's how the whiskey collection works. Anything I've got is ours. Anything she has is hers.
Yes.
And I don't know if she knows I took this one, and then she might want one that's not even open that she plans on giving to the kid down the road. I'm not sure if she got multiples of this or not. I don't know. So
I feel.
So hold on. So you stole someone else's whiskey now?
apparently,
And
I didn't
she's
know this.
going to the kid.
Hold your shocked face.
I didn't know this, that this is how the whiskey collection worked until recently. She came up here, and I had that one from Lenny that she likes, the single malt finished in the blackberry mead. That's her favorite of all time. I brought it up here. It was on the kitchen table. I brought it up, and I was like, I'm going to drink some of that on the show. And then I hear rustling around in my studio up here one day, and I hear, God damn it, there it is. Why do you have my whiskey? Don't touch my whiskey anymore. Like, oh, shit, okay. I thought all her whole
Life was
collection
so
art
much easier when she didn't drink the whiskey.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get Amy a locked box to put her whiskey in.
Her whiskey in.
I feel her pain.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go to the judge. Did I end up stealing that thing at the end, Katie?
I almost would have given you a point off because there was some squeaking at the beginning, but then you paused to talk about it, and so it almost reset it.
It reset.
Oh, so he cheated.
So
I played well.
that's the strategic play on talking. I feel like reset the time allowance for the consideration of the pop. So because of that, I will say Steve won, but
All
otherwise
right.
would have had it.
Jeff, it was close, Jeff, but
Cheers, everyone. Even Katie.
all right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Jeff's triumphant return. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowan, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Jeff being back.
Yes, we are. So, Jeff, you are back. First of all, just catch the audience up. Why did you go away? Is this something you can talk about? I think you talked about it on a show already, so I don't think it's a secret. But
Yeah, I had a medical procedure on my hand, wrist, and the doctor just said that absolutely no alcohol for a stretch of time.
okay,
Funny, he didn't say no cigars, so I went through a lot of those. But
okay,
some of it was interaction with meds, but some of it was due to the procedure too. So he just said, really back off, and or not back off. He said stop for a time, and now they've said, everything in moderation. So
right.
I'm back, baby.
Woohoo!
And I just didn't
Is it
want to
'cause
do
the-
cork pops with a Diet Coke, I just
Fair.
Right, right.
Because the Glencairn is just too heavy, like for the
Right.
surgery fixing of your hand to like lift and hold. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
look at
I
that.
still got a brace on, and
Got the
a
brace on.
lot of lefty stuff going on.
Okay.
We
like
don't want to
a
hear about
stranger.
that,
Interesting
Jeff.
wrist.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
don't
a
We
wanna-
don't want to
Strangers
hear
in
about
the
the
house.
lefty
Yeah.
stuff you got going on.
Yeah. Hey now. During your break, you ended up ingratiating yourself with Becca, though, in the cigar challenge you did for us. She won. She beat me.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
hear.
Which was ridiculous. The whole thing. Well, yeah, I didn't tell you about it, Jeff, because I was pissed. So
Yeah, I bet. I kind of wanted. I
actually
said,
very
well,
bad. He
either
called-
Steve doesn't read my article, which is pretty fair.
Oh, I read it. I call it, and to my credit, I called Becca. I didn't have to say anything. It's not like she reads Bourbon Zeppelin or anything. She'd have never even known. I would have had no
idea.
I could have got away with it. Yeah, I did.
Steve called and he's like, "Oh my god." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What?" He's like, "I have to tell you this right away." And I'm like, "What?"
I think it's something
It's like-
really
It
terrible.
sounded like something awful had happened, and I
It's
was
like that song. You're like, it's bad. It's bad.
I was like, "Oh god." I'm like, "What the fuck has happened now?" Steve's like, "You won."
Yeah, it was terrible. It hurt me to my core, Jeff. I'll tell you.
I was like, "Oh."
So I didn't picture Becca as being the other roller. I assumed it might have been Royce because he had mentioned it somewhere, or you had talked about it.
He did a different. His was just judged on how it looked, and so it was a little bit different thing there. So, and then
Mine
Becca,
smoked better, huh?
that's supposed.
Yeah, it smoked better. It had a little bit different flavor. I assume you're using very similar tobaccos and stuff, but
No, I spit in it.
it certainly had a moist spot. Oh my gosh!
Yeah. We learned a lot about cigars. One day you have to go with us to Key West, and we'll do that class again, Jeff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you know more about than I do about the inside.
The leaves are like the mash bill. They select certain leaves for flavor profiles. They put them together, and then you can watch the lady do it. I shot a thing of her doing that because then it has to age like another day. Once she twists it where it's into the cigar shape, then you have to put the wrapper on it.
Put it in the mold.
Also, we just put we put the wrapper on it.
Yeah.
You did the other stuff,
Yeah.
but man. It's kind of fascinating. It was a cool little event for sure.
They put an eighth of a leaf in here, and
Yes,
just different.
that,
Yep,
like I said, that's the equivalent to the mash bill. That's gives
yep.
its flavor profile. So, yeah, cool
So if
stuff.
the leaves are the mash bill, then what is Becca's spit?
An additive.
Back set. It's back
A
set.
finish, like a finish.
Sour mash.
Yeah, that's the sour mash. It's
So,
the
yeah,
back set.
sour mash.
Yeah. I did a sweet mash for you, Jeff.
Thank you for that.
Hey, you like the sour mash more, so.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh, Lenny will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you still got the brace on. What's the recovery time to your back 100%?
The doctor won't give me any type of real timeline. He said be patient, and he said that like patient. I don't know if the brace will be on full. I mean, I sleep in this thing. It's basically all the time. I'm doing some physical therapy now that started a week and a half ago. So moving back towards more use.
The procedure that was done, was this a corrective thing or a thing that's pain relief, like a cortisone shot in your knee? I know this is not what we're talking about here, but a cortisone shot will give you relief, but it's going to go away in a month.
This is supposed to be long-term resolution.
Okay.
So
that's good.
I've got.
Hopefully that works out then.
Yeah, I have arthritis at the base of my thumb, and you could do surgery where they take out the little triangular-shaped bone, the metacarpal, and then they tie things back together either with a
fishing
ligament tightrope or they staple you back together, literally.
Okay.
And I just said, you know what? What's the other option? And this was it's called regenerative. The body wants to heal itself, so they just amp up the pace of that by injecting either stem cells or in my case, just a bunch of platelets out of my own blood. So they inject it all over. They drilled into some of the bones. That's why it's so sore. They injected a bunch of stuff in there, and you just gotta let it do its thing. And I mean, the surgery would have been a 3-month recovery, and he said this should be shorter than that. But things are supposed to be growing in there. And when I talk about if you've got arthritis anywhere. I mean, I've got spurs, and you got bone on bone grinding and things, and it starts pinching nerves and all the things that cause all the pain. So it's just aging. It's just part of getting old.
Aging. Yeah, you're on the right side of the ground, so that's a good thing.
Yep. But we wanted to try this before any kind of surgery. The good thing, I've got the left hand to look forward to too. If this works, I've got it over there too.
Oh, really? That's just not as bad.
I thought you were saying that in a different way, Jeff.
Yeah. No, I got it in the left hand. It's not as bad. The MRIs and X-rays showed that too. So, but it'd be something that they could deal with pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah. So regenerative healing or regenerative therapy, and I start looking into it. Of course, there's places in Minnesota that do it too, but I had already connected with this guy down in Iowa. And
really?
Yeah,
okay.
But it's newer. It's been around a while, but insurance doesn't cover it, so it's one of those. I mean, I'm usually tried and true. Let's go do with what works. But god dang, I don't want people taking bones out and stapling me back together, and if I don't have to.
If you don't have to, right?
But they do this on backs. They do it on they do. If someone needs a knee replacement, they can. This is a potential alternative. Yeah, it's
okay.
That's really where they do a lot of it.
Okay.
So,
all right, interesting. So,
yeah.
But you're back now. You're back on the regular rotation.
Back, I've been going to work and stuff.
Is there no limits to what you can appear on the Bourbon Daily?
What's that?
I can ask you whenever I want on the Bourbon Daily, or do I need to be like once a month or something?
You always have. You can ask me whenever, Steve. No.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you asked me a question. I figured you always ask me whatever you want, but no.
He's like, you've been holding back?
Right.
No, it's all good.
That's not my style. That's not my. Yeah. We know me anymore. At this age, Becca saw it the other day. She was demanded that we turn the air conditioner up. There's nothing better to me than in a room with a lot of people to be cool, if anything. And Becca was too cold, and then everyone else says they're too cold, so I had to turn the air conditioner up, basically.
He had it at like 63.
Yeah, which is pleasant when
that
there's a lot of
sounds
people in there.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it-
really nice.
did
It was really nice.
I'm assuming it didn't get down that low. It probably kept trying.
Oh,
and-
it was,
No,
it was
it's, we
cold. It was
got
still
industrial air conditioning
it was that
at the shop,
cold.
so we can get there. It was that cold.
It didn't get that warm outside, and like I agree with Steve for like most of the time to try and keep it cold so it doesn't get too hot in there. But it never got too hot in there.
Right. It wasn't as
It never
50
heated
people.
up. And I'm
Right.
looking around at every other person that's working in there, and everyone's like got their arms pulled into their shirts, and I'm like, these.
Well, Gary
girls are-
brings like 20 women with him, so his new thing
like,
is he has
those girls were not going to say a fucking word to Steve.
right.
Right.
And like the girl literally like has her arms like pulled in. The other ones like have going to like get jackets, and they're like standing there like this. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna say something. I was like,
I
Yeah.
agree with both sides here. I agree with Steve in having it colder to begin
if it
with.
was hot
And then-
outside
and
that
then
day,
guess- and then
I
guess
would have
what
never
happens?
said. I would have never said a word if it had actually
Later
been hot.
things we got people doing this in there.
That was one
and I'm
woman.
like, there, Becca.
That was
Becca's
one.
fault. That's Becca's fault.
One
And the
woman
lady's
that
like-
was sitting by the door did that. One.
I'm like, there you go. There she is.
One individual did that. If it had been actually hot outside, I would have just kept my mouth shut because then it'd be like a
she's
thing.
going to be bitching at me. She'll be
Because
back in
then you
July.
can step
She'll be back in
outside,
July.
get warm for a second, and then come back in and be
wasn't
fine. But
hot
there was
outside
no
that
relief
day.
from it. Yeah, there was no relief. So
It's not
I
hot
agree.
outside.
I think
It
you
wasn't cold
both
either. It
were
was just
in
perfect.
the right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
outside felt great, and I didn't ask you to like turn it up to 70 or something. I just said chill, like let's turn up the let's not have it as so cold in here.
And then in July, she's gonna be too
And then
hot.
Gary Highgartner's like, it's cold in here.
Well, yeah, he's 100 years old. There are people who are 100 are always cold.
Freezing.
Always cold, yeah.
You can't. There's nothing you can do with that. The
Freezing
guy
out.
weighs like what 86 pounds. I mean, yeah, he's tiny.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's tiny. So yeah, I get it. He's always going to be cold. I can't play to that. I'm sure if you would have brought Justine and she'd have been, she's cold, but she's always cold. She's pleasant to have around because she's on the second floor in the summertime in like July. Anybody else would be like, it's going to get warm up there. Her, she's still freezing. So it's a perfect house guest.
Loving the sweatshirts then.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was out of line on that one.
No, I think Steve, you're still right to turn it down to 63 to start
Mm-hmm.
all events continuing the year. It's just that you just have to see how hot did it get outside, how many people do you end up in
I
the
think
room
it was going to
adjust
be-
from there.
I think it was going to be hotter out.
Uh-huh.
That's why I didn't say a word for the first. I didn't say anything for the first two sessions. And I was like, all right, it's not hot outside.
So anyway, I had a meltdown. So
You
yeah,
did.
well,
He
but
said,
that's.
"You bunch of pussies."
I did. But I did what they wanted. I did, even though I knew. And that one lady, boy,
You know
she
what?
suffered. That lady
All the
suffered.
girls in there said, "Thank you so much for saying something. We've been freezing."
Oh, God.
See?
Yeah.
Well, you're the hero now.
Wasn't it
That-
technically
this-
to like honor those people there too? Like, wasn't it kind
No.
of their event?
No.
Like,
Yes.
No, it's to honor the three individuals for their
Which one of those
three-
individuals was freezing?
Oh, Gary, yes. Yeah, Gary was. And I get what you're saying about the staff, but he has pretty frequent turnover. So his inclusion in the Hall of Fame doesn't have anything to do with those three.
But
I've
Gary
seen one
was
of them
also
before.
cold.
Yeah, Gary was cold, but Gary's always cold. So, and Gary had on huge layers too. I mean, Gary has on a shirt and a jacket
I've
over
got
it.
all these shirts on.
I think he had layers in July, Steve, when it was
He
warm
does.
at the
Yeah.
event.
He kind of always does. He has the same
Yeah.
kind of look going with layers. So yeah,
So
yeah.
he's probably not the one to gauge it from, but
Definitely not. But it fit the narrative Becca wanted. So
You
she-
could have just said no. I'm not fucking turning it up. I'm not changing it. You could have just said no. But know what? I'm gonna ask. Always ask.
I did. I turned it up.
But you could have just said no. That's
I was
just how it
sweating. My forehead popped in those. In some
I
of
will
those-
say I'm impressed you asked. I honestly, in that situation, I don't think I would have asked. If I was cold and I saw other people were cold, I'm pretty sure I just would have gone and turned it up and not said a damn word. So I am impressed that you asked.
So you would have just changed. I thought you were saying you would have just sat there and been cold. You would have just
Oh,
gone
no,
and
no,
changed
no.
it.
I would have taken it upon myself to been like, I see that multiple people here who are here for hours still are cold. I just would have gone and turned it up and I wouldn't have said a single word.
So you're
I'm
the-
impressed that you asked.
Being
you're the
cold for
judge.
7 hours straight is not fun.
No, it's not fun. So yeah, the people
It's
who are
working.
if someone
It's not
a
supposed to be fun.
participant was cold who's only going to be there for an hour, I'd be like, yeah, they can deal with it. But the people who were still going to be there for 4+ hours, yeah, I just would have gone and turned it up. I think you were nicer than I would have been.
So Katie would have been judge, jury, and executioner
Oh,
all
yeah.
in one.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Absolutely, I would have
Goes
been.
against
yes.
her.
See, I was at least
all
polite,
those-
Steve.
Yeah. I
But
give
the
you
thing
credit.
is,
You were
I
polite.
don't think Steve would have noticed because it would have been a comfortable
Oh, yeah.
temperature.
No, it
I
was
would have
not
made sure it
comfortable
wasn't
anymore.
too warm. So
I
we
wasn't
just would have
sweating. I wasn't sweating
flown
the
right
first
by.
two. The second two, I was sweating. I just was, you know. But it's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Come July, though, here we go. Get ready. You're going to be warm. Don't worry. You're going to be warm as can be coming up in July.
That's fine.
And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm
That's
going to do
fine.
my best. I'm going to run a fan, but believe me, it doesn't make
I'll
any
be okay. Trust me.
Doors will be opening and shutting, and
I
it's
know.
The only people who'll be uncomfortable is going to be everybody else.
Okay, you'll be good. You'll be good. Well, the other thing.
I'll just dress slutty.
Yeah, I mean, you did have on like a tank top. I mean,
I had this sweatshirt on the whole time.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I took this sweatshirt
And it was
off.
open.
I took this sweatshirt off after you turned it up, and then I put it back on still because it still was not warm in there. I was like, no, I'm still fucking cold, so I put this back on. But I had this on the entire time.
No, it
You
was.
had
And I
a
was
sweatshirt
not
on the
pla-
entire time I saw her.
I wasn't planning
Right.
on
See?
wearing this at all
See?
that day.
She just said it wasn't on the entire time.
I said it was on. I said she had a sweatshirt on the entire
Oh.
time I saw her.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I did shoot a video. I'm gonna check the video. If I find out I'm right, I'll bring it up.
Check
If
the
I
film.
find out I'm not right, I just won't say anything. It'll just end
Check
that
the
way.
film.
Check the film. All right. There you go. There's a little bit about Jeff coming.
Welcome back, Jeff.
yeah.
All
Yes.
about Jeff.
Yes, the show all about Jeff.
Just about Jeff.
Thank God it wasn't. That's,
All right. We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people. We're going to start with Jeff. Jeff, where can people find you?
Well, I still am on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Katie, how about you?
You can find me changing thermostats however I deem appropriate, and also over on Instagram at KatieProof.
KK,
I am on Instagram at KK Cast Strength.
Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, 1K, no C's.
You can find me installing a glass lockbox over the thermostat very soon.
I'm just going to bring a fucking heater to it.
Also on social media.
Great idea.
Yeah, check me out at Steve Akeley across all platforms, abvnetwork.com to check out our content, abvbarrelshop.com to see what's going on in terms of our events and things like that. And we'll be announcing our anniversary party coming up. That's our next big festival, and I'm going to be working on that this week. Hopefully to have something posted maybe later this week as we record this. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.